financial education is vitally important. I think there are three things which we think about with regard to education as a starting point. The first one is risk management, the second one is diversification, and the third one is the ability to use that knowledge to build expectation management within the whole value chain, whether it be the end client, the client advisor, and from the portfolio management perspective. The first one, risk management, and diversification, the second point, are very correlated together. What you see there is that the most important thing from our perspective is that the client understands the markets, the market risk, in addition to the risk that the product may have inbuilt in its makeup. So what we believe is that it's vitally important to have a diversification in a client portfolio. Each individual end client is going to have their own risk tolerance, depending on their age, depending on their personal view of the world and their personal circumstances. So what our belief is that in order to create good risk management, the understanding of the product and how they blend together from a diversification point of view is critical. They have to understand the correlation of not just how the assets blend together, but also the correlation between different managers. You'll find one manager will have a value bias, one manager will have a growth bias. Some will have different processes, whether they be quant or fundamental. Understanding how they blend together from a risk management point of view and from a diversification point of view is really important. Once we've got that technical knowledge as a base and understanding how these things work together and how they can work in different market conditions and as the market moves from one way to the next stage for the process is obviously expectation management. What we think is important is that the end client, the intermediary and ourselves have a positive experience through different market conditions. So what that means is that once we've established the risk management and the diversification knowledge, you then can build portfolios which, as I said, in line with the client requirements. But what that means is you can then say, this is what we expect to happen in this market condition. This is what we expect to happen in these market conditions. This is why these portfolios packaged together will create a diversification for you which meets your needs as an individual from a risk management and a personal growth perspective. It's very important, I think, from my perspective, that people learn from the past. And we've seen bubbles created, whether it be the technology bubble of 99-2000, whether it be the quant bubble of 2006, 2007. All of these things blended together, and other bubbles that have happened all the way back to the tulip bubble in Holland hundreds of years ago. Understanding those and being able to think about the fact that diversification is key and building portfolios in line with client requirements is something which creates a positive experience throughout the value chain and enables people to prosper in the future.